everyone. Myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is Basics of SCADA in the unit number 18, Basics of SCADA. So first of all, we know about what is the full form of SCADA. So the SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. So SCADA is generally referred to an industrial computer system that monitors and control a process. So after the PLC programming is done, whenever we load the program with the hardware, the SCADA function is introduced. It is monitor the data, whatever the output data is there, and then SCADA will control a process. So in the case of the transmitter and the distribution element of the electrical utility, SCADA will monitor the substation, transformer and other electrical assets. So generally the function of the SCADA will be start when the PLC function will be end. Suppose a simple example is there. Here the actual diagram of SCADA is given. So SCADA will be work as a master station. After that they will connect with the common link and the remote station is connected. In the remote station they will connect with some electrical devices. So the SCADA will be operate these all the devices and they will control the process using the remote terminal units. Okay, so here you can see that first thing is we have to decide the system, then we have to connect this system, and then this system we have to connect with the PLC. Whatever programming will be done, that we have to load with this programming hardware, and then we have to connect with the actuator. Now whole process will be connected with this one device. That device is known as the remote terminal unit. Okay, now SCADA will be connected with this remote terminal unit with the different types of lines or the different types of wire or the radio frequency or the microwave frequency. So this is the communication link between the SCADA and this system. Here only one system is connected. We have to connect more than one system with this SCADA master, and using this PC we have to connect this all system using this SCADA station. Okay, so the SCADA master station is known as the control station of our project. Okay, this is the another example is given for this SCADA system. So for this SCADA we have to design a control room. In that we have to controlling the whole process. Okay, so we have to connect the plant with this SCADA system using the different types of radio frequency, microwave frequency, different types of wire or cable using the RTU, and then we have to control this all process with this master interface. Okay, we have to also use a HMI. Okay, what is the full form of HMI? HMI means human machine interface. Suppose we have to done the programming with this liquid level control. So using the HMI we have to picturize this plant and we have to continuous observe that how many liquid level is up to now is in this position. So in the third diagram you have to clearly identify this is the actual screen of the HMI. Okay, so using this screen, if input is applied for this particular tank, and after that they will connect the different types of level controller meter, so we can continuous check the level of this particular system. We can increase the level or decrease the level using this switch button. So this is the all about the SCADA and the HMI. So what is the key features in this SCADA? So SCADA is used for the user interface. We have to use the keyboard, mouse, trackball, touch screen, graphic display, alarm, RTU and the PLC interface, access to data and the network. So these are the key features that is required for this SCADA operation. Now, okay, this is the actual block diagram of this SCADA. Okay, as we discussed, this is the different PLC hardware is connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PLC hardware is connected. Okay, so the software is required, programming is required. Now, as you know, in the below side, different type of input and output devices is connected with the PLC hardware. Now, between the PLC in this SCADA system, we can connect a firewall with the security profile. We can connect the RTU system with the PLC and this SCADA system. Here, three server is there. First one is the engineering station. The next one is the system server, and the third one is the operator client. So we can divide this master SCADA control to the different type of system depending upon the application. So after the PLC work is done, we can connect the SCADA or the master station of this particular system. Now in the SCADA hardware, a SCADA system consists of a number of remote terminal units, because we have to use a number of PLC hardware or number of system for this particular plant that will collecting the field data and sending the data back to the master station via communication system. So what is the function of the RTU? That will collect the data from the PLC and send this data to this master PC. Okay, now the master station display the data and allow the operator to perform a remote control task. So what is the function of the master station? That will display the data. Now in the accurate and timely data allow for the optimization of the plant operation and the process. Now the other benefit include that it is more efficient, reliable and most importantly safer operation. Okay, you have to done the PLC programming, so you have to know about the logic, but the other person does not about the what is the logic behind this program. So using the master screen they will actually identify that the plant is perform this type of programming and we can get this type of output, and the operation is very safe. So this result in a lower cost of operation compared to the earlier non-automated system. So on a more complex SCADA system, there are essential 5 levels is include. The first level is field level instrumentation and the control device. The next one is the marshalling terminals and the RTUs. The third one is the communication system. The fourth one is the master station. And the fifth one is the commercial data processing department computer system. So whenever we deal with this SCADA hardware, the 5 level is most important. First one is the field level, then the RTU, then the communication system between the field and the master computer, then the master station is required, and we have to require the data processing department. Okay. So what is the function of RTU? Okay, so remote terminal unit provides an interface to the field analog and the digital sensor situated at the each remote site. As you know, as you saw in the block diagram, we have to connect the different types of analog and digital modules to the PLC hardware. So RTO will be provide the interface between the field analog and digital sensor with the each remote site. Now the communication function or the communication system provide the pathway of the communication between the master station and the remote site. And the third one is the which type of communication system that is used in the SCADA hardware. So this communication system can be wired, fiber optics, radio, telephone lines, microwave, or possible even satellite. So we have to use a different types of communication system to communicate between the field device and the master station. Okay, now the master station or the sub-master station gather the data from the various RTU, because in the same SCADA system we have to use a multiple RTU, so that the master station will be gather the data from the RTU and generally provide an operator interface from the display of the information and control of the remote site. Suppose we have to use a temperature control device, so they will display the temperature in the master computer, and then we have to control this temperature using this master station. Okay, now in large telemetry system, sub-master site gather the information from the remote site and act as a relay back to the control master station. Okay, this is all about the SCADA hardware. Now we have to use the SCADA software for the programming. So the SCADA software can be divided into two types. Okay, proprietary and the open type. We have to generally use two open package software for the SCADA. First one is the Cytec and the next one is the Wonderware, and some packages are now including for the management integrated within the SCADA software. Okay, so we have to done the programming using these two software, and then we have to display the master station as a SCADA station. Now this is the typical SCADA system design. As you know, we have to apply the analog and digital input output device with this some PLC hardware, and then this PLC will be connected with the RTU, and RTU will be connected with the master station using the communication system. Here they will use the RS-232 for the communication purpose, and here they will connect two instruments for this particular system. Now, while performance and efficiency of the SCADA packages with the current plant, it is important that the package should be easily upgraded to handle the future requirements. So our system must be easily modifiable as the requirement changes and expandable as the tasks grow. In other words, the system must use a scalable architecture. That means, first of all, if we have done the programming using only 4 input, so in the master station we have to put only 4 controlling devices. Now in the future, if they will require more than 4 input for this particular system, so it is compulsory required that whatever SCADA software or hardware will be used, that will be expandable whatever task is there, and it is modification is required for this particular system. So the modification is there, expandable is there, and scalable for this particular architecture. Now there have been two main approach to follow the designing of this SCADA system in the past. The first one is the centralized and the distributed process. So where we can install this SCADA? So first process is the centralized, okay, where a single computer or mainframe perform all the plant monitoring and all plant data is stored on one database that resides on this computer. So here this is the diagram of the centralized processing. Here only one master computer is there, and all the unit will be controlling using this centralized process. Here you can see that we can connect 4 PLC with this centralized process. We can connect 3 terminals. Also we can connect a printer and other 2 terminals. Okay, so only one master computer is used for this particular system. Now the second part is distributed system, where the SCADA system is shared across the several small computers. That means this is known as the distributed processing. So as you generally identify that in the distributed processing, more than one master computer is connected. So here same process is there. We can connect the four system PLC 1, 2, 3 and 4. But the connection of the PLC will be distributed. In the central processing, as you know, only one master system is connected between these four PLC, and in the distributed processing we have to distribute the work from the different master computer. So here we have to use four master computer for the four PLC operation. Okay, so there are typically 5 tasks in adding any SCADA system. Each of these tasks perform its own separate processing. So first of all, in the SCADA software package, we have to take the task for the input and the output. So this program is the interface between the control and monitoring system and the plant flow. Now the next task is alarm task. This manage all alarms by detecting the digital alarm points and comparing the value of the analog alarm point to the alarm threshold. The third one is the trend task. The trend task collect the data to the monitor over time. The fourth one is the report task. Reports are produced from the plant data. This report can be periodic, event, triggered or activated by the operator. And the fifth one is the display task. This manages all the data to the monitor by the operator and all control action requested by the operator. So these 5 tasks will be operated using this SCADA software packages. The first one is the input output task. The next one is the alarm task. The third one is the trend task. The fourth one is the report task, and the fifth one is the display task. Now, in the next session, we will study about the different architecture used in the RTU, that is used in the SCADA system. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt regarding this topic, you have to contact me in my email ID.